Yeah, so it's been a very interesting time for millennials getting started in the financial world. We've had a pandemic, we've had a shutdown, you've had the slowing down of goods and services being transported across the country. You can't buy anything, the cost of everything's gone up, and even just today, the CPI index increased when they thought it was going to drop, and it came out at 8.2%. So everything's more expensive. Gas has dropped a little bit, but food is up, traveling is up, hotels, all your basic expenses. So it's been a real challenge. There's been wage growth that has slowed down. It's hard for people to find jobs. It's kind of a unique time in that regard. You can't find anyone to work, but also people can't find the job that pays the amount that they want. So it's been a real challenge for them. 80% of millennials are saying right now, hey, we're having to stop major life events because of lack of resource. So whether that's purchasing a home or having children, those kind of things have been a real challenge for them. So we want to talk about 4 key mistakes that are keeping people from doing the kind of things they want to do to move forward financially. And this, if millennials will avoid these 4 mistakes, they're going to be in a lot better situation. So mistake number 1, not using a spending plan. Now, we talk about this all the time, but it is absolutely critical to have a spending worksheet. And I know we'll probably show this, but just to give you a for instance, this is going to help keep someone on track in every area of life. Their home, their rent, their mortgage, their utilities, family life, groceries, laundry, childcare, their bills, their student loans, which is one of the big things, the increased cost of college, transportation, gasoline, cars, repairs, the kind of things that you don't budget for when you don't expect them. Wellness, their gym appointments, medical appointments, personal things. And then the key one, which I always have in red on it, is your retirement savings plan. When everything is more expensive, people forget, oh yeah, I've got to save for the future for retirement, especially when you're younger. When you hit your 30s, 40s, and 50s, it starts to be more prominent in your mind. But in those early days, you have to remember, yeah, I have to put back money every single week. So don't fail to have a written spending plan. You might have it on a phone. There's apps for it, but have a written plan. And we always put this on our website. We've got all kinds of resources, guaranteedsafemoney.com, to give someone something like that if they are not sure what a proper budget looks like. Second thing would be avoiding too much debt. Now, when you have spending issues, it's very easy to put everything on a card. Swipe your meals on a card, movies on a card, vacation on a card. But a lot of times, those are the kind of things that you end up just paying a minimum balance on, and then you accrue interest, and that's where the debt snowball can begin. So we really want to avoid too much debt. Calculate how much you need to spend each month to keep your bills paid, and make sure that you're paying those payments, not just the minimum, but make sure that you're attacking that debt. Mistake number 3 is not prioritizing your savings. So the majority of people in today's world are offered a 401k at work, and we would encourage people to participate in that. If there is the offer for a Roth 401k, we want to encourage you to invest using the Roth, because with a Roth, there's no tax deduction up front, but all that interest is earned tax-free. And when you take the money back out on the back end, you're not going to pay any income tax or state tax on that. So make sure that you're using the 401k or the Roth 401k. And we want to encourage everyone to invest 10 to 15% of their paycheck into that. I know it seems like a lot, but for a lot of people, we want to retire and not have our income change at all. We want 100% of our same income in retirement. But if you're only saving 3 to 4%, how are you going to do that? You've got to maximize your savings. So make sure you're participating in your 401k. Here's the thing. A lot of companies will offer a match. It's normally up 3 to 5% match. We want to encourage people to make sure that they're contributing at least up to the match, because that's free money that's going in on top of it. Now, should they contribute more above that? There may be some other better options like a Roth IRA or specialized type of life insurance that can grow their money tax-free. Maybe not contributing above that, but make sure that you're contributing at least up to the match. So making sure that you're prioritizing your savings. And then finally, this is one that's probably the most forgotten. It's forgetting about the need for healthcare costs. Now, this has been a recent estimate. They're saying that in the future, your millennials, the need for healthcare is going to increase from 7 million to 14 million people. So that's a doubling by year 2065. When you think about that, of course, someone in their 20s and 30s thinks, oh, I don't need to worry about health care. But here's the thing about health care. And my father passed away 2 weeks ago. It was unexpected. We did not know it was coming. Health issues don't tell you they're on the way. They don't say, I'm going to be there a month from now or 2 years from now. So the planning for that financially is a big deal. That is something that can overwhelm you financially. So planning in your early years for future healthcare costs. How can you do that? Well, you can do that one way is through specialized types of life insurance. When you're young, you need life insurance, debt replacement, protecting a spouse and children. So since you're already going to have it in place, there are special types of riders that can be attached to those life policies. A lot of times there's no cost to those. And that can be for critical illness, chronic illness, heart attack, stroke, cancer, things like that. And that may be something obviously that's going to be on down the road, but the sooner you get those, the cheaper it is. So making sure that we're avoiding these four mistakes, not using a spending plan, accumulating too much debt, not prioritizing your savings, and forgetting about healthcare costs. Make sure that you take care of those things. You're going to be ahead of the game.